Hi guys, good afternoon. Welcome to our daily stock market insights. Today is February 1, 2020, and we are going to talk about your favorite stocks in the Philippine market. So go ahead and drop a comment so we can prioritize your request. If this is your first time to join us, uh, I'm inviting you to subscribe and like this video and so we can you can be updated whenever we have uh, live sessions like this. Let's wait for our friends. I've invited them. We have friends from our Facebook page. We are invest in the stock market there, and of course we're also in Instagrams. There you go. So let me also start setting our tools up. Hi, Erickson. Gandang gabi po. Pakisama po sa list. Apple is Tesla, Facebook at Beyond. Okay, so Erickson is trading the US market. Okay, we can also set that up. Just 1 second. I'll set up our trading view account. So while we wait for the rest, Erickson, I'll review your stocks first. Apple. Oh, so from what I can see here, Apple is triggering the MA20 line. So our red line here is MA20. Oops. There you go. So I think this is not going to be a good story in the coming days for Apple. As normally, it just respects your MA20 line, and right now there's as of yesterday's market, there was a solid sell-off that happened there. So there's a big chance that this is going to retrace, especially because of the current situation in the global scene. I think um, the Trump impeachment, the coronavirus, and a lot of negative sentiment uh, happening around the globe right now. So I think it's not just Apple, but there are also a lot of more stable stocks who will be affected by these negative news happening around the globe. So I'd say be extra careful. But when I say that and it's Apple, I'm not that super worried because I know that Apple will just retrace, and it's been a almost 1 year straight. There you go. No, not even. Right. Since January 2019, the entire year, the overall sentiment of this stock is really on an upward direction. So I'd say if it will decline, it will decline and just rest probably around, for now, okay, the nearest area to focus on would be 267 area. So that will be your next possible support that I can see. Okay. All right. So the next one is Tesla. I saw a like news that Tesla is really uh, venturing into their in the advancement of their technology or offerings. Uh, I don't know. I forgot where I saw that, but uh, they're innovating. Wherein someday, when wherever you are in the world, you will have access to the internet and you're connected. So I'd say, but I'm trying to recall where I read that, but I would have to say I feel bullish with Tesla. You might have some more movements to the upside. So in this case, even if the movement is just minimal, I'd say we might still see some more bullish sentiment in the coming days. Look at this. We're already here above the overbought area, but still looking healthy. I don't see any signs of decline yet. Volume is also looking healthy. So that is Tesla. Facebook. Facebook, be careful because there's a breakdown in price that happened. We might see some more dips in the coming days. So if you want to check out some areas to focus on, I'd say the next area to watch out for would be, yeah, around this level, 190, 190 level. Okay. How's my audio so far? Let me know if it's okay. Beyond. Beyond Meat. Okay, Beyond Meat is currently sitting at the MA20 line. So let's wait and see. Let's hope that this doesn't break. Otherwise, once it breaks your MA20 line, you'll have some more uh, bearish movements in the coming days. So, mhm, okay. So those are the two areas that we have seen. Just check out this line over here. Let's see if it will bounce. If not, next stop would be 79.67. Okay, so I think that's it for the US market. I will now go back to Investograms. Okay, so just hang in there. I'm now setting up our Investograms page and go ahead and drop a comment if you have a request. I just finished discussing our Ericsson's request in the US market. We just covered Apple, Tesla, Facebook, and beyond. But for Raji wants us to check out Pure Gold. Pure Gold? Okay. Raji for pure gold. So we have triggered the lower Bollinger Band. So I feel that we will have some more declines in the coming days. But let us first check if this is now starting to change in direction in our RSI. When it does that, okay. So when it does that, there's a big chance that you will have the bounce in the really soon. So in case it dips further, I'd say it will, yeah, it will just dip up until 37.94. Okay, that's the next. Actually, I feel that this stock has already reached that section there. I mean, that support level. So in case it dips, it will just revisit around 37.94 area. The reason being is I saw this being our support. At the same time, this price here is slightly higher than this point. So when the price was moving downwards, actually it's almost the same line. But even then, right? So uh, if you have something like that, it's like a double bottom, and then your RSI over here is already giving us bullish signals, wherein the momentum is starting to build up. That means you will be facing a possible reversal soon. Now, when do we get in? I suggest that we have to wait for a green candlestick to come out first, because there are also occasions when your support is broken. So in this case, you need to monitor the 37.94 level. Okay, so let's check out the other stocks. By the way, if you have requests, please feel free to drop a comment. Now let's check. JFC. JFC is currently still giving us bearish signals. Let's see if it will reach the 186 level. If it does, let's monitor how your RSI behaves. So the expectation is that when it reaches 186, we want RSI to give us an upward direction, something like this. If we still maintain the same look, giving us this kind of pattern, something like this, let's say it drops to 186 and this thing extends up to here, we're still healthy. Or this, so that would simply mean that we will face a bounce soon. Okay, so let's monitor 186 level. MBT. MBT, this one is really not good. Let's see how it looks like in a weekly chart. Where could the next possible support be? Okay, notice. So as I screen downwards and I look to the left, the nearest area is here. So that means your next possible support would already be really near. So let's monitor what happens there. And also with a significant decline, normally the next day would well, we were in a weekly chart, but the next support that I see, it's good if you zoom out with a much uh, longer time frame so that you can easily spot. Here we had to scroll so many times to the left just to see. Okay, so this one is well, that consolidation happened around October of 2018. Imagine 2 years. So if you started late in investing, um, there's never really too late in stocks, because sometimes, some people who may have started here, say the market even gave us a chance this year, actually today, for the price to revisit that area. So I would like to say, let's observe first around 56.89. So if most of the action happens on the upside, let's say it starts at that level, and most there, if we start to recover to the upside in that on that day, then we'll have a bounce, really. So that is a sign of change in direction. At the same time, look at your RSI. You are at an oversold level. So I have a feeling that uh, with the two signals that we have seen, that being the support level and this over here, so we might have a possible bounce. And let's wait for the green candlestick to come out before we enter. Now, this one here, BDO, is also not giving us a good story. But let's watch and see around 145, 145.87. Okay, so there are so many hints here. Number one, this being a support as well here, some consolidation that happened here, and this previous resistance over here. And then at one point, this candlestick reached this level, and then there was a bounce. So I feel that just in case this continues to decline, it will just test your 145.87 first before we have a bounce. Okay, so check that out. BPI. BPI also has it respected your MA20, wherein MA20 is acting as your resistance. So when it hit that level, there's a decline, and you are still at a lower high. Which lower high meaning downtrend is not over yet. Lower high, see that? So that means if it will decline, it might decline much lower than the lowest point here. So where could that land? It's possible right here, 80.71. That's the next possible area of focus for our support level. URC. URC is also bearish, or was bearish last Saturday. I mean Friday, yesterday. It was I think the overall sentiment of the Philippine market was really bearish, with what's happening in the global scene, as also reflected in the US market. Your Apple, Facebook, uh, I think I reviewed Beyond today. So the only positive, or the only bullish stock that I reviewed in today's market for US is Tesla. And I think we are also affected with the negative news happening around the globe. So, okay, for URC, URC, it's 140 level, 140.10 is the possible support that we see at the moment. So you will see some decline in the coming days, and check out what happens around that level and see if it will bounce. Tesla, madam, naputol po kasi nung Tesla na. Oh, okay. So, I was mentioning, let's see if we can check that one here. Oh, awesome. I can check it here. Okay. So we had a gap up, and check the news here. Let's see. The news is not turning on. But you know what? Um, I was mentioning earlier that Tesla, I feel bullish. There was a gap up that happened here. And in if it's in the Philippine market, the current state of Tesla, for me, I find it super scary. But because this is the U.S. market, and I've read in news about Tesla innovating their offerings, wherein I think everyone will be connected if they have Tesla someday. If they have Tesla, um, they're subscribed to Tesla. They have internet connection around the globe. Something to that effect. I need to locate that article that I read. But I think with that news, um, this will just continue to move up. I think, is this an all-time high? I feel that this is the all-time high for Tesla. So when you have that, normally it will create again a brand new wave. See that this is really bullish, unless there's a negative sentiment that will, or the negative news that will derail all the projects of Tesla. But so far, this is just really bound to move up. Okay, and what's good about the U.S. market? I know in the U.S. market, there's really no limit. Like unlike in the Philippines, wherein at any single day you're only allowed to move up by 50% or gain by 50%. So this one, if you're to look at the monthly chart, their resistance is right here, and we broke that. So that means you're now facing a brand new wave. So there's really no limit, because no resistance. So there's no limit in the potential of its gain. Um, so that's for Tesla. Let's check and go back to the Philippine market. Let's check out URC. Okay, so this is URC. So I still want to continue with this line that we've plotted here. I think that's still a possible area of bounce. Notice what happened here. I can just anyway, it's an area. So this is it. So for 2 consecutive days, when the line or when the price was hitting around 137.89 level, there's a bounce that's happening. Okay, although probably need more of volume for it to really push the price higher. So watch out, as we'll have some more bullish movements in the coming days. But in case people will take profit, this is the area. 137.89 is an area to watch out for. I realized we're in the monthly chart, but yeah, 137.89. So on a daily chart, what's interesting is the decline. Therefore, I want to stay with my um, insights. It will continue to decline and give us a chance potentially around 137.92. See if we will have a bounce at that level. ICT. ICT is trigger. Okay, so this area that we've been plotting as a support, I would say it broke. It officially broke that support. So the next possible area to watch out for would be your 125 area. Okay,